Students, how are you all? Hope all of you are fit and fine at home and taking good care of your health. So now, students, let's start our social science class. So as students, in our earlier class, we have discussed about the valleys, mountains, hills in our country, India. So now, today, we will start with a new topic. And what will be the topic for today's discussion? Yes, what we will study today? Any guesses? So students, today we will study about government. We will study about our government and the structure of Indian government. So we will study about what is government and structure of Indian government. Let's start. So first of all, we should know that what is a government. A government is a group of people that have the power to rule in a territory according to the law. So what is a government? A government is a group of people which have power to rule in a country. A territory may be a country, a state, a province within a country, or a region. And what are the functions of a government? What does the government do? Government makes laws, rules and regulation, collect taxes and print money. Why is government important? Now the question will be arising that why we should have government in a country. A government is responsible for maintaining the laws and rules in the whole country. It plays a major role in the execution of the laws and rules in the whole country. And it is also responsible if anyone in the country denies to follow the rules and laws which are mentioned in the constitution of a country. Now we will talk about our government, our Indian government. So, India is the largest country which is divided into number of states. The Constitution of India provides for government in two levels. They are the state government and the central or union government. The Constitution separates the government into three branches. So, our Indian Constitution has divided the government into two levels. What are they? First is the central government or the union government, and second is the state government. The Constitution has also separated the government into three branches. We will study what are those three branches in our coming slides. So now we will talk about the union or the central government. The union government is the political authority that governs the entire country. So what is union government? Union government is a political authority that governs, that rules over the entire nation. It is the governing authority of a country's 28 states and 8 union territories, which is collectively referred to as a Republic of India. So our union government is a governing authority of countries, 28 states and 8 union territories, which is referred to as a Republic of India. So what does Republic means? Where the head of the country is a president. Now, the union government regulates trade and trade affairs between states and foreign trades. It has the power to declare war, raise and maintain the armed forces, and our union government is located in New Delhi, the capital of our country, India. Now we will talk about the another level of Indian government, that is state government. In India, the state government are the levels of government below the central government. Each state of the country is governed by the state government. So, state government take care of the state of the country. There are 28 state governments in our country, as we are having 28 states in our country, each of which is headed by the governor and the chief minister. So, who is the head of the state government? Who is the head in the state government? Each state has a head who is a governor and the chief minister. The chief minister also heads the council of ministers in the state government. Now, as we were talking that the Constitution of India has given our government as into three branches. It has divided our government into three branches. So we will now talk about those three branches. To perform various functions in the government of India have three branches. Each have its own specific function and administration, composed of executive branch, second is legislative branch, and third is judiciary branch. So we have three branches in our government of India. First is executive branch, second is legislative branch, and third is judiciary branch of government of India. We will talk one by one. So these are the branches of government of India. We can show it by making the flow chart. The government of India have three branches. First is legislature, second is executive, and third is judiciary branch. Now, what is the function of these branches of government of India? So, legislature makes the law in the country. Executive branch implement the law. So it works for implementation of the law. Whatever rules, regulations is made in executive branch is made for the implementation of the law which are made by the legislature of the country. Judiciary interprets the law. So judiciary is taking care of the laws. Now we will talk what are the function of branches of government of India. The legislature branch which makes the law, the executive branch which carries out the laws, and the judicial branch which applies the laws to specific court cases, determines whether someone has broken the law, and evaluates the law. Now you understood what these three branches do of the government of India. Now we will talk about the legislature branch of government of India in detail. The legislature occupies an important place in modern state. It is regarded as the most important organ of the government. The legislature represents the general will of the people in the democratic system. The legislature is that organ of government which is primarily concerned with the function of making law. So it is basically concerned with the functions of making laws in the whole country. It provides a basis of the working of the executive and the judiciary. Unless laws are made, the question of enforcing them or interpreting them does not arise. Thus, it can be said that the executive and the judicial organ cannot function without legislature. So, if legislature will not make the law, how will the executive and the judiciary branch of the country will work? Because once the laws are made, then only they are being implemented. Then only they are being enforced. Whether they are enforced or not, they are being seen by the judiciary branch. Now we will talk about the structure of legislature in the government of India. Basically, we have two structures in legislative branch of government. First is unicameral, and second is bicameral. Unicameral is the legislative branch consists of one chamber or one house. So there is unicameral government, it means that it has only one house. And whereas bicameral, the legislative power is vested into two chambers or two houses. So our Indian government is bicameral because we have two houses. And which are those two houses? I know that you know which are the two houses. Yes, Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. The power of the legislature in India are exercised by parliament. So, the power of the legislature in India is in the hands of parliament. A bicameral legislature consisting of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Now we will talk about the executive branch of Indian government. The executive is a part of government that has sole authority and responsibility for the daily administration of the state. The executive branch executes or enforces the law. The division of power into separate branches of government is central to the idea of separation of powers. So it basically works in the implementation, whether the state is implementing the laws which are made by legislature, whether the central is following all the laws which are made by the central. So it is already, it is handling all the execution of the laws. The executive officer is not supposed to make laws. The role of the, it is the role of legislature or interpreted them the law. This is the law, this is the work of the judiciary. The role of the executive is to enforce the law as written by the legislature and interpreted by the judicial office system. So what is the role of executive officer? Executive officer's role is to enforce the rule which are made by the legislature and which are being interpreted by the judicial system of a country. In the Indian parliament system, the executive is subordinate to his councils and are directly responsible to the lower house of the parliament. Now we will talk about the judiciary branch of India. The judiciary branch of India is the third branch of government. The first two branches include the legislative branch, which makes the law, and the executive branch, which executes the law. Now we will talk about the judiciary branch of India. The judicial system of India consists of Supreme Court, High Court, District Court or subordinate court. So this is the structure of the judiciary branches of Indian government. We have the first is the Supreme Court, second is High Court, then District Court and subordinate court. So according to hierarchy, the judiciary branch of government is being made as a flow chart, in which the Supreme Court is the highest court of the country. Then after that High Court comes, and after that District Courts come. Now we will talk about branches of Union and Central Government of India. So what are the branches of Union Government or the Central Government of India? We have already discussed about the levels, that the government is divided into two levels, the central government and the state level. Now to perform all the functions of the government, there are three branches being made by the Constitution of India. What were they? The legislative, the executive and the judiciary branch. Now every government, whether it is union government or whether it is state government, has these branches, and under these branches there are members which are working for and functioning for the accomplishment of all the rules and regulations. What all work they have been assigned by the government is being done by those people or by those group. So now in this branch of Union and Central Government of India, we will discuss that the Union government is also have three branches. What are they? Legislative branch, executive branch and judiciary branch. In the legislative branch of Union Government of India, we have two houses. One is Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. If we talk about executive branch, this is the executive branch. In executive branch, if we go, there is a president, there is a vice president and there is a prime minister. So now we will talk about the judiciary branch. Now if we talk about the judiciary branch of the central government of India, we have Supreme Court. Now we will discuss one by one about the structure of the government of union government. But first of all, we should know what is union government. The central and union government are same. So we can call central government or the union government are the same. They are called as unitary form of government. In unitary form of government, all powers are vested in the national or central government. So all the powers are having in unitary form of government is being vested into the central government. So all the powers of the nations are in the hand of central government or union government. The Union Government of India is the political authority that governs an entire nation. So who is the Union Government? The Union Government of India is a authority that governs the entire country. Now we will talk about the legislative branch of Union or Central Government of India. The functions of legislature branch of Union Government of India. The function of legislative is to form policies and laws that will govern the nation. The Union Parliament is chiefly concerned with this function. To ensure that these functions are duly followed, Constitution of India provides the President, Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha is also known as the lower house of the people, and Rajya Sabha or the upper house. You can see the picture is there. This is a picture of a parliament of our country. Now the president. We will talk one by one about the legislative branch of Union government. The first is the president. The president, who is the president of our country right now? Yes, Mr. Ramnath Kovind. So the President of India is ceremonial head of State of India and the Commander-in-Chief of Indian Armed Force. So the President of India is a ceremonial head. Ceremonial head means he is symbolically he is the head, but the real powers exist in someone else's hand. So the President of India is a ceremonial head of state and the Commander-in-Chief of Indian Armed Force. Now the Lok Sabha, the lower house. The Lok Sabha or the House of People is the lower house of Indian bicameral parliament. The maximum strength of house advised by the constitution is 552. So the members of Lok Sabha could be maximum 552 members. Now the Rajya Sabha, the upper house. The Rajya Sabha or Council of State is the upper house of bicameral Parliament of India. It is currently as a maximum membership of 245 members, of which 233 are elected by the legislature of state. Now we will talk about the function. Each house has to meet with a 6 month of its previous sitting. Despite President being a part of Parliament, he is not a member of any house. So, despite the President is a part of Parliament, but he is not a member of any house. He is not a member of Rajya Sabha. He is not a member of Lok Sabha. Now, we will talk about the Union and Central Government of India Executive Branch. The Union Executive consists of the President, the Prime Minister and the Vice President. So this is the executive branch who is working for executing all the laws and rules which are made by the legislature branch. The President, the Prime Minister and the Vice President. Now the Union Government of India, the President is Ramnath Kovind. The President of India is ceremonial head of State of India and Commander-in-Chief of the Indian Armed Force. We have already discussed this. Vice President, who is the Vice President? Venkat Naidu is the Vice President of India and is the second highest constitutional officer in India. Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India, as addressed in the Constitution of India, is the Chief of the Government, Chief Advisor to the President, Head of the Council of Ministers and the leader of the majority party in the Parliament. The Prime Minister leads the executives of the Government of India, selects and can dismiss members of cabinet and allocates posts to the members within the government. So these are the functions of the government. These are the functions of the Prime Minister of India, which comes in the executive branch of Union government. Now we will talk about the judiciary branch of Union Government or Central Government of India, and the branch is Supreme Court of India. Now Supreme Court is a judiciary branch of Union Government of India. The judicial branch of Union Government of India is composed of India's Supreme Court. The Supreme Court of India is the highest judicial court under the Constitution of India, consisting of the Chief Justice of India and a maximum of 34 judges. The judges make sure that the members of legislative and executive branches follow India's constitution. The judges are appointed by President of India at the recommendation of Prime Minister of India. Now we will talk about the Indian state government. The Indian state government also have these three branches only. It has the legislature branch, it has the executive branch, and the judiciary branch for functioning and administration work. Now, if we talk about the state government of India, in India, the state government are the level of government below the central government. Each state of the country is governed by the state government. There are 28 state government in our country, each of which is headed by the governor and the chief minister. The chief minister also had the council of ministers. We have already discussed this, but this is just a recall. Now, the legislature in the state government. The state needs a government to guide it and some good laws to help the government to this. To make laws, we need a body empowered to make them. In some states, the legislature consists of two houses, the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. So, we have the legislature houses in the state government, and the state government have the two houses which are the Vidhan Sabha and the Vidhan Parishad. With the help of these, they make the laws, they guide them, they make them for the welfare of the state. Now we will talk about the state legislature. What is the work of state legislature? Each state has a legislative assembly. It consists of the governor and one house or two houses as the case may be. In 7 states, the state government legislature is bicameral in India. So these states which are there where the government is bicameral, is having legislatures bicameral, those states of India are Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Jammu and Kashmir, Karnataka, Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, which are having government legislature as bicameral, which have two houses, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad. The state executive branch. The state executive branch consists of the governor, the chief minister, the council of ministers, and the advocate general of the state. The state executive, the governor execute powers of the state is vested in governor. So the execution of the power of the state vested in the governor. So we can say the head of the state is the governor. The chief minister is appointed by the governor, who also appoints other ministers on the advice of chief minister. So the governor is the head of the state and he also appoints the chief minister, and all other ministers are being appointed by the governor on the advice of chief minister. The council of ministers is collectively responsible to legislative assembly of the state. Now, the state judiciary government of India. What is the state judiciary government of India? The judiciary at the state level consists of high court and the subordinate courts, like the district court and the session courts, the provincial courts and the Nyaya Panchayat. The high court stands at the head of judiciary at the state level. So the highest court in the state on the state level is high court. Now, the state judiciary consists of high court. High court is in every state. Subordinate courts are the district courts, session courts, and Nyaya Panchayat. So every district have a district court. Now we will talk about the state judiciary. The high court is the apex court of state judiciary. It is the highest court of the state judicial system. There are 24 high courts in India at present, including all the states and union territories. Every high court comprises of a chief justice and other judges appointed by President of India in consultation with the Chief Justice of India and the governor of the state. High courts are headed by Chief Justice. So the head of the high court is Chief Justice. Now we have already discussed about the structure of Indian government. We have discussed about the structure, like with the Indian government have two levels. We have state government and the central government. And central government and state government have three branches: the legislature branch, executive branch, and judiciary branch. And the state government also have the three branches: the legislature branch, the executive branch, and judiciary branch, to make the laws, implement the laws, and dispute resolutions also. So now if we talk as a whole, structure of Indian government. This is a flow chart by which we can we can be able to make it more clear that what is the structure of our Indian government. This is the flow chart by which it is very clear that how the Indian government has been divided into hierarchies. Like India, first is Indian government, then it is being divided into three branches. It has three branches, which is legislature branch, executive branch, judiciary branch. Legislature branch is for making laws, executive branch is for implementation of laws, and judiciary branch of the country is for resolving the disputes. Now, if we talk about legislature branch, we have the Union Parliament for the central government and the State Legislative Assembly for the state government. If we talk about executive branches, the Union government has Union Executive and the state government has the state executives. If we talk about judiciary branch of Indian government, in central government, we have Union Supreme Court as the judiciary, and for judiciary for state government we have high courts and subordinate courts. So with the help of this flow chart, it is very clear that what is the structure of our Indian government. Now students, we have already discussed everything. This government, what is government, why is government important, what is the structure of Indian government, what are the functions of Indian government, and what is the overall flow chart of the Indian government. Now there is a homework for you all. Students, you have to make a chart on hierarchy of government of India with their responsibilities, with their functions and roles. This homework you have to, after making a flow chart, you have to take a picture of the chart and you have to mail on the email ID, on the school email ID, that is vbbvasundharaonlineclasses@gmail.com, and in the mailbox, in the subject box, you have to mention your name, class, subject and subject box. Okay, so there is a homework also for you, and students, please watch this video once again and try to understand what is the government, how our Indian government is working, and what our government is divided into how many levels, and what are the three branches of our government. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.